Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video, and today we're doing another breakdown. This time we're going with the Flash. I think the Flash is probably the most requested character that I've gotten so far, and I'll just give you guys a fair warning. I'm not really a Flash player. I do love this character, but to be a really good Flash player, you need to get your cancels right, which I'll talk about. You need to get your pressure right and space control right, especially with this version of the Flash, because I will say his number one weakness is he definitely gets outzoned and he gets outspaced by a lot of different characters, because his moves don't have nearly as much range as some of the other characters, and his recover a lot slower than some of the other characters. So whenever I play Flash, I find myself, just really wanting to be here, because if I'm anywhere around here or, especially far away, I'm going to be getting beat. So with the Flash, it's 100% rush down in your face offense is where you want to be. So before I get started on the positives, all that good stuff, if you guys have been enjoying the Injustice 2 content, leave a like rating on the video. It's always appreciated. So here we go. Let's start off with the Flash and start off with some basic attacks here. Stand 1, you're going to want to use this more in combos, in the middle of combos, because your best punish is actually going to be this. Your low goes into down 1, 2, which is a double hitting low. You could also do down 1, 2, 3, triple hitting low. And of course, you can mix up this overhead right here as well. If you do want to use stand 1, you could definitely go with, something like that, a 1, 1, 2 punish, and then go into your offense, or stuff like that. So either or is fine, take your pick, I guess. Moving on, I covered down 1 already, which is something that's going to be very useful for the Flash, especially the down 1, 2 combo, really useful. So stand 2 is this button right here. I haven't really gotten too much use for it, to be honest, but you could end your combos in this string right here if you guys want. Maybe more so in the corner, because as a Flash player, you don't want to be at this range, and this specific move actually knocks down, putting you all the way full screen. Is it? No, it's a second furthest reaching normal, and the cool thing about it is it goes into another mid. So it goes from mid, and then if you press forward and 3, it goes into a double hitting mid to end the combo. Now this double hitting mid is 0 on block, and meaning that both of you guys can move at the same time, and this right here is only -1, so it's a really good stagger. -1 or -3, want to get it right, gotta make sure. Oh, it's actually +1. Doing this is actually +1, so that's like way off. -3 +1 is a huge difference. So this is a move you're definitely gonna want to be using, doing your running man cancels. Same thing with this one. This is actually a good ender to do in the corner, which I'll show you guys in a bit. I just want to check if this is actually a hard knockdown. Roll mode on. Okay, so yeah, this ender right here is actually a hard knockdown, which is back to 2, forward 3. Hard knockdown, that's why it works so well for a running man setup in the corner that I'll show you guys, that I learned from obviously other Flash players, because I'm not a Flash player. Or I love the Flash, I just haven't, played with him too much. So forward 2 is actually his furthest reaching normal, which is his overhead. Goes into forward 2, 1, which of course you could easily hit confirm into, either the kick or the uppercut. Either or is fine, and it leads to big damage. Either you could go with this one, or you could go with this. That's like the most simple combo that you could do with Flash. Same thing with this one. They work the same. So moving on now to his down 2. His down 2 is actually really good, because as you guys see, he actually lowers himself to the ground, meaning that his hurt box is actually going to get lowered, and his hitbox being at the top of his feet is going to hit the opponent first. So this is a really good anti-air. And of course, if you do anti-air, you know, you could convert into anything that you want. And for combos, let's say you want to get some sort of wall bounce, you could easily, you know, down 2, wall bounce, and then do something like that. That's a pretty simple bread and butter combo with the flash mid-screen. If you get any hit confirm off his kicks, you know, you could definitely do something like that. Easy damage, you know, 36%, very, very easy combo. His stand 3 is this move right here. Actually leads into this combo string that's really good. It's a 3 hitting combo string. You could 2-in-1 cancel it if you want. It's gonna come in handy whenever you want to do combos in slowdown mode, if you choose to go in that route, because you could actually, let's just show you real quick. You could keep looping this, and then, you know, you could do something else. So if you guys don't want this combo, you know, don't want to use this combo, which is pretty easy. You guys, if you practice it, just go into training mode, you guys will, you know, get it down. If you don't want to do that, of course, you could do this, loop it like 3 times, end it in that, and then go with that. So let's see if I could demonstrate. So that's like a very easy combo for the flash. You know, you could definitely start off with that and then move your way up to harder flash combos, and then you could even come up with your own combos. Just down 1 plus down 1 and down 2, down 1, down 2, really good. As a flash player, you're gonna have to work on this, and it's something that I have to work on myself, which is called hit confirming, meaning that if your opponent blocks it, you don't do your special move. And if your opponent gets hit by it, you do your special move, and you have to be ready for it. You have to see it hit, see this hit, and hit confirm it. And it's something that I definitely need to work on as well, because this kick is actually minus on block, meaning you're going to get punished. You could also cancel this special move. So another one is this one right here. You could definitely go for that. If your opponent thinks that, you know, you might go into your running man stuff, maybe not fake him out, but you could throw one of these in there and he'll get caught by it. These 2 strings are really good. Like I mentioned, this is good for whiff punishing opponents. Of course, this could go into, you know, something like that, or it could go into something like this, you know, start your combo off. And in the corner, you could definitely end your combos, or you could just end your combos in this in general. So of course, back 2-2, really good for punishing someone trying to whiff an attack, or someone whiffing an attack. But as you guys see, it doesn't have like the absolute best range. I don't know if it had better range in the first Injustice game, but it goes a little bit in front of character range, but it's still pretty good because of course you could cancel it into your lightning kick, or you could cancel it into the ground pound, which leads to, you know, a lot of damage. Same thing with this move. It's a really good combo ender. Could end it in that. And the best combo ender, in my opinion, is probably the Million Punches, whatever the hell that move is called. But it's awesome. It's one of the best looking moves in the game. And this is what I end my combos with all the time. Moving on here, let's see anything else that we... Oh, of course, the overhead. So if you go into forward 2-3, it actually goes into this overhead attack. It starts off as an overhead, then it hits mid like 3 times. And this is your most damaging combo starter. So compared to something like this... Okay, I'm doing things too early. Okay, compared to something like this, that does 44%. And if you start off with the overhead... Come on, Flash. He's too fast for his own good. There we go. So 44 to 47, as you guys see, that's your most damaging combo that you could do with the Flash. All right, now let's move on to his special moves. All right, so first up we have Quantum Tunneling, which this actually makes you invulnerable to projectiles. So it looks like you like go into the Speed Force and it makes you phase out so the projectiles go right through you. And it's something good to prevent zoners like Superman, which have like a one-hitting beam attack. You know, his eye beam, his eye lasers, his heat vision. Since it only shoots at once, you know, you could easily avoid this and maybe come in, avoid come in, stuff like that. Very useful to avoid chip especially. Now you have the Fist Fury right here, which is really good because not only is it his most damaging combo ender, but it's also his best wake up. It's 8 frames, it's really fast. And based on what it says here, it's only -8 on block. It feels like it's more punishable because I have gotten punished plenty of times waking up with this move. But it does have invincibility frames, so it's probably your best wake up. So now you have the Lightning Kick, which you guys know the deal. It's been in here since the first Injustice game. Pretty much stuff to lead into combos, you know, a combo extender. If you don't have your trait, of course, you could either do this, you know, stuff like that, or you could, you know, go with this. You know, you could do stuff like that. That's a pretty basic combo with the Flash that I had told you guys about, that start off with the Lightning Kick. And as you guys see, Lightning Kick -12 on block. So whenever your opponent blocks it, if he's ready for it, he's going to punish you for big damage. Now you have Lightning Punches, which is a new move that he got. And this is really useful if you want to whiff punish your opponent from about this range, because as you guys see, it has a ton of range. Let's see how far it goes. So it goes around here. It has a ton of range. It reminds me of Smoke's back to 1. It has a lot of range, and if you meter burn it, you actually get an extended combo. Now, I don't know what combo to do after that, to be honest, because I really have not used that too much. But even, you know, that very basic combo that I just did right there did 28%. So if you see someone whiffing an attack and you're about this range, you don't think you could punish with, you know, something like that or something like this, you know, throw this out there. It's 12 frames, it's pretty fast, and you're gonna get some nice damage. Now moving on to the Running Man stance. So this is where things get very complicated. And this is what, you know, sort of separates the really good Flashes from, you know, someone like me who pretty much would just rely on 50-50s. Now, Running Man stance is very, very scary because it has 3 options. You could either do the overhead. So it starts off by down, down 2, this right here. You press forward and square, it does the charge. Forward and 3, it does the low slide. Forward and 2, does this overhead attack. And if you press back, you cancel it. Now, the canceling part is where you're really going to need to practice, including myself, because, you know, you could pressure a lot. You could pressure a lot with the Running Man stance cancels. And as you guys see, mine are very, very slow, but you have a lot of Flash players that are really good that, you know, make this look really easy, and it's definitely not. It's something that you're going to need to practice. So as you guys see, I'm like struggling to do multiple ones just because, like I mentioned, it's very hard. Of course, you don't only mix up the 50-50s and stuff. You mix up, you know, stuff like this, your options. You go into grab, you go into down 1 again. Stuff like that. I'm sure if you guys like search up people like Honeybee who are insanely good with the flash, you guys will see what I'm talking about with the running man cancels on block. Very, very scary. It's really scary pressure, especially in the corner where you have nowhere to like backdash, or you can't avoid any of the pressure. You have to like eat it and take it. It becomes really scary, and that's where the flash shines. Pressure situation, running man cancels, and I forgot to mention, if you do run forward and you don't press any of the buttons immediately, you could actually cancel it into one of your special moves. So if you run forward enough, you could actually cancel it into one of your special moves like that. Now, this becomes really good in the corner because there's this situation where you could actually make it go behind your opponent. So let's just say you do a combo like this, not like that. As you guys see, that says cross up. That means I went on the other side. So if your opponent's not ready for that, you know, setups like that with the running man stance are really good. Like, it makes for ambiguous cross-up setups. You either stay in front or behind. You know, it definitely becomes very useful in the corner. Now, moving on to the last thing, which is his trait. His trait pretty much just slows down time. You know, I guess the orange screen of death, yellowish. It's not really red. You know, Jason had his red screen of death. Of course, Reptile and Nimble had his green screen of death. And this is the orange screen of death. And the cool thing about this is, even if you don't do it in a combo, like, if you cancel your lightning kick and keep going, you could actually combo. As you guys see, all that comboed off the overhead, because you're going so fast that when you cancel your lightning kick after like an overhead or a standing one, you could actually keep going with the combo. As you guys see, 6-hit damage or a 6-hit combo, and it looks really cool. I don't think it works with, yeah, it doesn't work with down 1-2, but of course down 1-2 you could go with that. Now you could hit them. You have plus frames. Plus frames again, you know, stuff like that is something you could do in the orange screen of death. Now, combos, I already showed you guys some combos. Pretty basic combo with him would be something like this. You know, very, very easy to do. If you want to go for max damage, you have to cancel into his punch, into his EX punch, because it's going to give you the most damage. So his EX punch is a little bit tricky, because what you want to do is you want to do a special move or your combo. I'm just going to do 1-1-2 to make it simple. You do 1-1-2 and then you do the punch, meter burn it, press the meter burn button after you do the punch. And what you want to do is activate trade immediately, and then you dash up once. And then you do your lightning kick. So it looks something like this. Dash up, lightning kick. And then you go with forward 2, lightning kick, forward 2, lightning kick, forward 2, 1 into your Fist Kaviri punches. Now you could do this off any one of these strings. And it's a very, very easy combo with the flash that nets you about 51%, which is not bad at all. Now, of course, you know, once it comes down to you having some time with the flash, you know, you could start coming up with your own combos. Now, this is a combo that I came up with, but haven't really, you know, practiced too much, so the timing on it, you know, kind of sucked. Same thing with this one. But like I mentioned, you could definitely work on your own flash combos in practice mode. It's actually a lot of fun just trying to do these combos. There you go. So that's one combo that I came up with like on day one. This is another one. This one's more just if you want to include a forward 3 in there. I just think it looks cool. You know, as you guys see, the damage is nerfed a lot. It's just better to do the simple combo, but combos like that, you know, it's just a lot of fun. So that's what happens in the orange screen of death, and that's about it for the Flash tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now the corner combo is pretty much the same as Injustice 1. You know, you do something like that, activate trait, you do your lightning kick like 4 times, and then you end it with 1-1-2 into Fist Fury. Alright, so that's gonna be it for the Flash tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.